This story has four main characters: a woman with a mind-reading ability, a man with a super strength and agility ability, a detective very good at his job, an evil guy, who want to rule over the human race and have the ability to shapeshift and super strength as well. The woman has a weakness, which is to have nosebleed and lose consciousness when using her power for more than 30 minutes, and her name is Sally. The man with agility and super strength has a weakness. He can lose his super strength if he drinks even a drop of alcohol, and his name is Dan. And he is an alien from a planet called Aruna. The evil guy name is Zen, and his weakness is that he becomes blind for 60 seconds when he shapeshift, and he is also an alien from a planet called Sare. Don and the detective Roy and Sally must protect Earth from Zen and his soldiers from ruling the planet. The detective name is Roy. She could feel it in her bones, a premonition of impending danger. A string of seemingly unconnected crimes had been committed during the night, from a jewelry store robbery to a brutal assault. Unlike anyone else, Dawn possessed superhuman strength and agility. But this gift came with a heavy price. If he so much as tasted alcohol, his powers would vanish, leaving him weak and vulnerable. Dawn had sworn never to touch a drop of the stuff, but now he sensed a new threat, a darkness rising in the city that could destroy everything he held dear. He joined forces with Sally, each of them aware that they needed help if they were going to take down the Shadow. Together they ventured into the city's darkest corners, facing dangerous situations and uncovering secrets that threatened to tear them apart. And he knew he had to act fast. But as the battle raged, she began to weaken. As the detective closed in on his quarry, the stakes were raised and the danger became all too real.
The Shadow was prepared to unleash his ultimate plan.
One that would plunge the city into chaos and leave countless lives hanging in the balance. The city was safe, at least for now. But they both knew that the battle for Earth's future was far from over. New threats would emerge, new dangers would arise, and they would be ready to face them head-on. Together, they had become a team, united by their extraordinary abilities and their unwavering commitment to justice. They were the last line of defense between humanity and the forces of darkness, and they would not falter. Don was an alien who came from a faraway planet called Aruna. Don had amazing super strength and agility, but his weakness was if he drank even a single drop of alcohol, he would lose his super strength. His name was Roy, and he was one of the best detectives in the city. As he drove down the streets, he noticed something strange. There were police cars everywhere, and there seemed to be some sort of commotion going on. Roy parked his car in a nearby parking garage and started walking towards the city hall. "How do we stop them from calling for backup?" asked Don. "You're right. We need a plan," said Sally. Suddenly, Roy arrived at the scene. "Stay calm. I have a plan," said the leader of the soldiers. "I want you guys to get in your vehicles and surround that car. Once I give the signal, we will attack," said the leader of the soldiers. "Yes, sir," said the soldiers. The soldiers got in their vehicles and surrounded the car. He was carrying a briefcase in his hand, and he looked like a typical detective. "Okay, here goes nothing," said Roy. Roy started walking towards the city hall as calmly as he could. Don knocked the soldier out and freed the humans that were being held captive. "Nice work, Don," said Sally. "Let's keep going," said Roy. "Take this," said Roy. "Gah, this hurts," said Zen. Zen was still trying to get rid of Roy's bullets, but he couldn't. Suddenly, Zen appeared behind them and knocked them all out. "Got you," said Zen. Zen started laughing. "No one can stop me," said Zen. "Getting out of here," said Zen. Zen disappeared and left the city. "Where am I?" asked Don. "I don't know," said Roy. "Me neither," said Sally. Suddenly, Zen appeared in front of them. "You shouldn't have followed me," said Zen. "You're going to pay for what you did," said Sally. "We just want to stop you from hurting anyone else," said Roy. "Stop me," said Zen. "Can't do anything." Meanwhile, Sally was using her mind-reading ability on Zen. Come on," said Sally. Sally finally managed to read Zen's mind. "I found his weakness," said Sally. "What is it?" asked Roy. "He's afraid of spiders," said Sally. "Really? That's his weakness?" asked Roy. "Yeah," said Sally. "Let's go," said Sally. The soldiers were waiting for the perfect moment to attack. But they never got that chance because suddenly Don jumped in front of them and stopped them. "Run," said Sally. Sally, Don, and Roy started running away from the soldiers. "We need to get out of here," said Don. I can't believe this is happening, said Roy. Me neither, said Sally. The soldiers didn't notice him because they were too focused on Sally and Don. Please leave a comment below on what you thought about the story, and also subscribe. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you all next time.